Well, look at what she's done and how she's led her life.
They are coming for Lauren and her dress, her ring. So much is being
said about the fallout. Imagine the shock of pleading with someone you just married to halt a $5 billion lawsuit, only to be met with an unflinching, cold response. Just two icy words that made it clear there was no room for negotiation. That single moment captured the ruthless precision of a billionaire who didn't hesitate, who viewed emotion as irrelevant, and who had already mapped out every move in a legal battle designed to leave no escape. It wasn't just a rejection. It was the opening salvo in a calculated takedown, signaling that every step Lauren Sanchez had taken from that point forward would be measured, anticipated, and countered.
No.
Too late. That was the reality Lauren Sanchez faced the moment Jeff Bezos decided there was no turning back, no mercy, no second chances, only a calculated path toward total legal and public domination. Every move she had made, every advantage she thought she held, was instantly countered by a billionaire who had anticipated the outcome from the very start. In that instant, her fate was sealed, and the game had already shifted irrevocably in his favor.
It's a very challenging thing to try and estimate. Well, look at what she's done and how she's led her life.
Just weeks after their extravagant Venice wedding, a spectacle of custom Valentino gowns, A-list guests, and nonstop paparazzi attention, Jeff Bezos flipped a switch that no one saw coming. Almost immediately, he launched a lawsuit crafted with precision to leave Lauren Sanchez financially devastated. What had seemed like a dream wedding transformed overnight into the opening salvo of a calculated legal assault designed to strip away wealth, influence, and control with surgical efficiency, leaving her scrambling to comprehend the full scale of the operation.
And, just from knowing what I've known just in my research on billionaires, I doubt she's his one and only. I doubt it. She's the woman who is his official and who will accompany him to things like state dinners, what have you. But those guys, they're not really built for that kind of a life. And I think even in her choice of friends, again, she did have stuff going on. She was a journalist. She was a helicopter pilot. She came from nothing and made something of herself. But she's in this position now in life, and she has access to the world's finest minds, and she chooses to befriend the likes of Kris Jenner, the Kardashian clan, and Katy Perry.
Well, that's actually what I was trying to get to, and I forgot.
It's not merely a lawsuit. According to insiders, this was a meticulously calculated takedown, planned down to the smallest detail by Jeff Bezos himself. Every clause, every legal maneuver, and every timing decision was strategically designed to maximize impact, leaving no room for error, and ensuring that Lauren Sanchez would face the full force of a billionaire's precision strike.
It's not easy. It's really hard. And there are a bunch of ways that I think that you could do ineffective things too.
Lauren's desperate pleas, sources say, were met with absolute stone-cold silence. Texts left unread, calls ignored, messages unanswered. Every attempt at reconciliation or negotiation ended with Bezos drawing a firm line in the sand, making it unmistakably clear that there would be no compromise. Her efforts to appeal to his emotions were futile, as he moved forward with precision, executing a calculated legal and public strategy that left her isolated and powerless.
Just beginning. It is just beginning.
Please, someone explain to me why a guy that's worth $150 billion, that has the world as his oyster, super yacht, oceanfront homes, anything he wants to do in the world, any woman he wants to have in the world, any experience he wants to experience, he can do that. And so what does the guy do? He gets married. Now, theoretically, he can never sleep with another woman in his life except for Lauren Sanchez. She's hot, but she ain't that.
Well, she wasn't just a partner. At least, not in the way this marriage was framed. From the start, it seemed less like a union and more like a carefully staged battlefield. But why act now? Why strike immediately after the glittering wedding celebrations? And what exactly triggered Jeff Bezos to unleash such a ruthless, meticulously calculated assault, turning a personal relationship into a high-stakes legal and public showdown? Every question points to a man who had been planning his moves long before the vows were exchanged.
Is a dork or whatever, and he kind of is. But let's not pretend he doesn't have choice. He knows he has choice. He has hot women hitting him up all the time. Let's not pretend he's banging hot young women just like the rest of them.
But things are probably...
If Bill Gates could bang interns at Microsoft, you're telling me Bezos can't? Come on.
You're winding down a bit over...
Just days after the wedding vows were exchanged, Jeff Bezos unleashed a legal bombshell that sent shockwaves through Hollywood and elite social circles alike. A staggering $5 billion lawsuit filed against his new wife, Lauren Sanchez. What had seemed like a fairy tale union transformed almost overnight into a high-stakes battlefield, with the billionaire meticulously orchestrating every move to ensure maximum impact on both her finances and public image.
This is just a long-winded way of saying, I think something's happened to her. Like, she just kept wanting to trade up when it came to money and power and fame, and not coincidentally kept trading up, obviously, on the plastic surgery. Only by up,
Insiders claim the lawsuit documents accuse Lauren Sanchez of exploiting the couple's extravagant wedding for personal fame and financial gain, allegedly violating both trust and legally binding agreements. The allegations paint a stark, almost ghoulish picture of calculated ambition, suggesting that her actions, whether intentional or not, provided Jeff Bezos with the leverage he needed to execute a legal strategy designed to dismantle her financial and public standing entirely.
And ghoulish. I mean, you look like a Mr. Potato Head. You no longer look human. So she spent too much time with these people, and she's morphed. I think chasing these false gods has gotten her to look like a morphed, just unrelatable plastic version of the beautiful woman who used to be there striving in earnest to make it on her own, but instead kind of sold out. That's how I see her. Anyway, you take it from here.
She looks like a sex doll that you pump up with a foot.
Friends close to the couple claim Lauren didn't even see it coming. The first time she realized the war had begun was when a courier slipped the lawsuit papers into her hands while she was shopping in a Malibu boutique, an ice-cold, calculated move. According to insiders, Bezos had already spent weeks quietly restructuring and shielding financial assets in the background, a clear sign this strike had been planned long before it landed. The moment the papers were served, Lauren's world collapsed, her accounts frozen, her high-profile lifestyle ripped away overnight, leaving her isolated, vulnerable, and scrambling for answers. Whispers spread quickly, from celebrity friends to powerful media circles, all asking the same haunting question. Was this just a marriage gone tragically wrong, or had Lauren walked straight into a billionaire's ambush, orchestrated down to the last detail? The truth is, the trap may have been set months earlier, long before the lavish Venice wedding ceremony that dazzled cameras, but may have already been hiding cracks beneath the surface. Jeff Bezos had quietly engineered the ultimate legal snare, the prenuptial agreement, so meticulously constructed that insiders likened it to a financial fortress. Wasn't just designed to shield his fortune, it anticipated nearly every potential maneuver Lauren might attempt. Drafted by a team of elite attorneys, it included clauses so precise and preemptive that it seemed almost strategic warfare on paper. The most explosive element? A publicity clause, specifying that any attempt by Lauren to capitalize on their marriage for personal branding or media exposure would instantly nullify her payout. Sources say she signed the agreement under intense pressure, leaving herself trapped with little room to maneuver. Fast forward to today, and the very photos, high-profile appearances, and brand deals surrounding their lavish wedding have reportedly activated that clause, giving Bezos a crushing legal edge. Insiders now dub it the $5 billion boomerang. The same document Lauren signed without fully processing its implications is now the linchpin dismantling her entire legal position. Did Lauren Sanchez unknowingly step right into the trap Jeff Bezos had meticulously crafted? Behind the glittering facade of luxury and romance, insiders suggest she may have inadvertently sealed her own fate by transforming the wedding into a personal branding opportunity. Sources allege she pitched a reality-style documentary and arranged private partnerships with top fashion brands, offering exclusive access to wedding content without securing Bezos's consent. When a major magazine featured her custom gowns and showcased her opulent lifestyle, Bezos reportedly felt blindsided and betrayed, viewing these actions as direct violations of the prenup's strict clauses. Friends claim he was shocked to discover that Lauren had privately devised a plan to turn their marriage into a platform for her own business empire. Legal advisors swiftly concluded that these calculated publicity maneuvers breached the ironclad prenup, leaving her vulnerable. Experts now warn that what may have seemed like harmless marketing could cost her billions. The question remains, was Lauren weirdly ambitious, or did her strategic choices play perfectly into Bezos' hands, giving him exactly the leverage he needed to strike?
Just hours after filing the explosive lawsuit, Jeff Bezos moved with surgical precision, effectively locking down every aspect of Lauren Sanchez's life and stripping her of the billionaire privileges she had taken for granted. Sources report that her access to private jets was immediately revoked. Security codes at shared estates were changed, and longtime personal assistants were reassigned directly under Bezos' legal team. One insider described Lauren's shock as she attempted to quietly book a flight to the Maldives, only to discover her travel accounts completely frozen. Her support network vanished overnight, and even staff she had trusted reportedly began leaking private details of her media deals directly to Bezos. The message was unmistakable. This was not simply a divorce. It was a total dismantling of Lauren's carefully curated public image. How had Bezos coordinated such a swift and comprehensive retaliation? Was Lauren prepared for the ruthless reality of billionaire warfare? Almost instantly after his legal strike, she disappeared from both digital and physical spaces. Her once vibrant social media accounts went dark. Paparazzi, who had once tracked her every move, lost her entirely, and friends and insiders maintained a telling silence, leaving her completely isolated as the internet erupted with memes and commentary mocking her downfall. Reports suggest she attempted frantic damage control, reaching out to celebrity publicists for help, only to be told that the situation had already spun beyond repair.
Even Lauren's closest allies began quietly pulling away, leaving her public image in tatters. Social media erupted almost instantly, turning vicious as she disappeared from public view, while hashtags celebrating Bezos surged to the top of trending charts. What prompted Lauren's sudden retreat? Was it a calculated move into strategic silence, or had Bezos' unrelenting legal assault finally stripped away everything she valued most? As news of the shocking lawsuit spread, online platforms were flooded with brutal memes and viral commentary, with hashtags like Bezos breaks free dominating Twitter and TikTok users mocking her rapid downfall. Even longtime fans who once admired her glamorous rise now turned sharply against her. Insiders report that celebrities who attended the couple's lavish Venice wedding quickly distanced themselves, offering no public support. Whispers suggest Lauren's frantic attempts to enlist influential friends and publicists for damage control were coldly rebuffed, with one reportedly telling her bluntly, "This storm can't be spun." The message was clear. She was alone, her influence evaporated, and her once untouchable status shattered. The internet collectively cast Lauren Sanchez as someone who had gambled everything on fame and spectacularly lost. But was this public backlash really justified? Or were observers simply witnessing a ruthless billionaire meticulously controlling the narrative and turning the world against her almost overnight? The truly chilling detail, according to insiders, is that Jeff Bezos had allegedly been orchestrating this outcome for months. While the public celebrated their lavish Venice wedding as a fairy tale moment, Bezos reportedly spotted warning signs early on, quietly restructuring his financial assets and meticulously fine-tuning the prenup to function as a set of traps. Legal sources allege he deliberately allowed Lauren's media and branding deals to proceed, each one carefully documented as ammunition for his eventual strike. Friends recall his unusually calm demeanor during wedding preparations, as if he already anticipated the ending. When Lauren finally overstepped with unauthorized brand collaborations, Bezos executed the lawsuit with the precision of a surgical strike. One insider summed it up perfectly. Lauren was playing checkers, but Jeff Bezos was playing chess, several moves ahead. Was Lauren Sanchez truly caught off guard, or had Jeff Bezos been patiently waiting for the perfect moment to spring his billion-dollar legal trap? In the end, his ruthless precision transformed what once seemed like a glamorous marriage into a $5 billion battlefield, leaving Lauren not only financially cornered, but publicly humiliated. Friends close to her now say that she realizes, far too late, that she was playing a high-stakes game against one of the world's richest men, a billionaire who didn't just anticipate her moves, but meticulously scripted her defeat from the very beginning. Every clause, every legal maneuver, every calculated strike didn't simply dissolve their marriage. It systematically dismantled her public identity, leaving her reputation in ruins. The most chilling part? Bezos remains silent, watching his empire endure untouched while Lauren gradually fades into obscurity. As the dust settles and the world digests the fallout, only one question remains. Did Lauren Sanchez truly underestimate her billionaire husband, or was Jeff Bezos always several moves ahead, orchestrating what may go down as the most ruthless takedown in billionaire history?